Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Happy Friday. You made it. This is like the first full work week of the year for a lot of people. Not me, because I took this week off, but even though I spent most of it sick. Wish you a happy day. Hope you're doing well. Armchair, I appreciate that, man. You take care of yourself, too. Hope your day is going well. But yeah, so Linux, thanks for the 50 streak, and then Outlaw with the 5 streak, and then we had Leafy with the redeem on the 1st. Hope y'all are doing well, man. Linux, also thank you for that retweet. I think somebody else retweeted too. Let's see who else. But yeah, man, we're on our second stream of 2025 already. Going by so fast already. I don't know who this other person is that retweeted, but thank you, whoever you are. Let me see. Arnold Caleb, appreciate you. But if you're interested in helping spread the word on Twitter, it's up there above the chat pinned, the link to the tweet. So should be cool. I appreciate it. Also, be sure that you're following on all the social medias. YouTube is where we store all the VODs, and I may be actually publishing some other content on there pretty soon. I'm looking at multi-streaming potentially to probably not YouTube. Not about YouTube, but maybe Kick or something, or Facebook or something. I don't know. But those are the links to the social media stuff. Be sure to get in there and subscribe on YouTube. I'm trying to get the YouTube going. Got a lot of content on it. It's all VODs right now, basically. There's maybe one other video and a couple of shorts, but then the TikTok's there as well. I haven't done a TikTok in a while. We may look through some clips and do a TikTok next week or so. But man, we're gonna be jumping back into Farm Sim 25. We're gonna continue working on what we ended with yesterday. I did get to go pick up my daughter yesterday. The roads were not bad at all. They were a little sketchy in places. There weren't a lot of people out, and Texas Department of Transportation did a really good job clearing the roads, and we didn't have any issues. Of course, you know, it's still important to pay attention and, you know, not get and drive slow and all that sort of thing. But got back probably about 2 hours earlier than I planned, so that was really nice. And then Mama Goof had to go drive my daughter to work because now her car was at work, so she did that this morning, which I don't know if that was more treacherous than what I went through or not, but it could have been. We got a lot of snow here. They're saying just a little bit north of us got like 8 inches of snow, which is crazy. And apparently in about, I saw a model saying the 23rd we may get another snow event, so that'll be quite interesting. Elite streamers like the posts. Thank you so much. But Farm Sim, let's get to it. I need to update something really quick for you guys too, just before I forget to do this, because I keep forgetting to do this, and it's gonna bite me in the, you know what. Not to do what I wanted to do. That's how it usually works, right? So, Outlaw, I hope you're doing good, man. Hope everything is you're staying safe out there. Everything going on where you're at. Yeah, okay, no fires by us, but one is going the other direction. The wind is kicking up again, so it could change, but now we are okay. What was crazy to me is that they canceled a hockey game. I don't think it's called the Staples Center anymore, is it? I think it's called something else now. The crypto.com arena or whatever. But they canceled the Kings and the Calgary game the other day. I think they just don't want people like trying to go to it, and it's I don't know, it's kind of people aren't really. Yeah, they already moved the Rams playoff game to Arizona, which ironically I read something about that because apparently State Farm canceled a bunch of these people's policies like before this all happened. And State Farm is the sponsor of the stadium, the State Farm Stadium where this game just got moved to. It's one of those like, you know, I could be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist and all that stuff, but that seems fishy as well. But the last time there were fires that caused a football game to be moved, it was to the same city or the same team stadium, and it wasn't called that back in 2003. So I think it was 2003 or 2013 or something. That was when they were playing it was either called something else or it was played somewhere else. I don't know. But just wicked, man. Just everything going on in California right now. Yeah, it's just not good. Like it's obviously already not good from the disaster standpoint, but all the things coming out around it that a lot of people that don't live in California don't keep up with California from current events in politics and things like that. That man, it's nutty. I'll just put it that way. It's really nutty. Told me when they start her words, a bunch of wildfires starting in California and they have a massive windstorm coming. My exact words sounds like someone deliberately started them. Well, I was reading too because the power grid in California is very old. It hasn't been updated. It's not efficient, right? There's a lot like California wastes a lot of electricity and they already have a crappy power grid, right? Just on the inefficient power grid. And a lot of the old stuff starts fires. The power grid itself. On top of the fact that now you're seeing people like videos popping up all over the internet of people like, starting fires, which is just, a whole nother level of horrendousness. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. My heart goes out to anybody who's been affected by these fires because it's that area of the world is just never going to be the same again. And in some circles, maybe that's not a bad thing, but in others, you have like childhood homes and memories and things. Yeah, yeah, and nothing surprises me either. I mean, studying political science and kind of population nature and stuff like that. It's like, and obviously, I'm a Christ believer, as I've mentioned often in the chat, and Your other 8 RAMs on the way yet? Is he got to get more RAM for the computer? I got 1 RAM in my driveway, but that's pretty. One person was caught already. But like, I'd like to know what these people's like why they're doing it, right? Are they just bad people? Like we all are bad people. We're all sinners. That's what Christ teaches us. But get the other 8. Yeah, you're. But it's like, did they do it because they were trying to make a point? Like, is it like somebody, maybe who weren't happy about California not taking care of their business with the, shrub removals and and their water infrastructure to just make a point? And I have a hard time believing anybody thought it was going to be this bad, even if they look at that as a good thing or a bad thing, right? Because this is just crazy. This is just absolutely catastrophic. And some people do like to watch the world burn, unfortunately. But especially, ran CPU Z. I found the RAM I need on Amazon. That's cool. I found that the Crucial tool, or at least I used to have it, used to be really helpful in figuring that as well, to give you exactly what you need. That's what I used to use, but CPU Z is really good too. Before and after, buddy, it's a tough watch. What's crazy is how all these fires popped up at the same time. What was it last year in Canada? Was it last year or the year before in Canada? It was like the same thing up in it's like Alberta or whatever. And like it was almost like the same sequence. It is nutty. Argue about who's at fault rather than getting in there and helping ASAP and arguing later. Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen. Yeah. And this is just my opinion. I don't if you have a differing opinion, that's fine. We could have differing opinions. That's what makes this country great. But honestly, I put a lot of blame on Gavin Newsom and kind of the nonchalant, because you have. I mean, there's a lot of things you hear from social media about, the DEI hirings within the fire department and those who didn't get the jab, the firefighters being gone, being let go because of that, and then the firefighters just getting to basically dry hydrants and not being able to really do anything. And then I saw Gavin was talking about how it was up to the community to figure it out. How how they only put enough water in the hydrants to like last for like a single house fire or something. And it's like, so it's like, well, I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me too, because, I know here we have a pretty transparent fire department, and, they have a reserve water supply that's connected to the hydrant system. And so that would never, they would never, I mean, they wouldn't run out of water like that if you have proper infrastructure in place. And given the nature of wildfires in California, why wouldn't you do that in the first place? I'm gonna snooze this ad break for 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people support him. I know some people do it blindly because of politics. I know some people hate him and they hate him blindly because of politics. But I mean, put that crap to the side and get down to the real questions, and if that's really going to be your guy going forward, because it's not good, bro. It's just not good. California's a beautiful place. It's the weather's wonderful. It's so diverse, the landscape, that it's like this place should be utopia. And it's not. And you just have to ask yourself, why is that? And I'm sure you don't have to go very far from the conversation we just had to find that answer. So, but anyway, Farm Sim. We're going to be doing Farm Sim. I usually say like the date to timestamp my streams, and I didn't do that yesterday, and I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Maybe that's the 2025 thing. I don't know. But I'm going to finish plowing this field. I got to figure out why it's so like hot at my desk right now. If you guys hear any background noise, my kid's watching Bluey. If you hear the Bluey music, I'm sorry. It should be faint. If she's coughing, you know, it is what it is. What's up, Mama Goof? So yeah, we just got through a little bit of a political discussion. Well, I guess it wasn't really political. It was just a common sense discussion about the current status of the situation in the state of California. But I may turn out the lights. I don't know. Maybe just turning the lights down. Dude, I need to get another haircut. I got like some hair right here. My hair grows so freaking weird, dude. Oh, what little of it still grows anyway. Like if I set it to this, there's a little autocorrect on the lighting. That's actually a lot easier on me because it's not like super warm. And I go to this and it kind of, I feel like it loses a little bit of the quality when I go that low, but it doesn't really matter when I'm like this. So I think after we do this field, we're going to look around at starting to maybe borrow and field, set up a silo, some stuff like that. Because we started the game from scratch without anything. So this game, my GPU load is like 97% on Farm Sim for some reason. I did not do anything off stream. So we're picking up exactly where we left off yesterday. Is it in like display settings, ultra? That's what auto sets it to. That's the highest resolution. It'll go up to 1440 is what it should be at. It is limiting frame rate. Okay with it not limiting it. We're gonna full screen. Exclusive full screen. Scaling, brightness. Let's see what that does. Yeah, uninstall and reinstall some stuff that I think is causing the blue screen situation. Also, it kind of depends on how hard it's making OBS work to redraw. I use projection in OBS on this computer to project to the output for the capture card, which is picked up by the streaming rig and displayed on stream. You could kill a few of these apps. We don't need borderless. What else was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Why is this installing? Maybe we're going back over here for a minute. In case this pops up with like my login or something. Oh, now it wants to do a driver update. I'm going to do that real quick. Oh, he doesn't fry stuff. But yeah, man. Outlaw, were you planning on streaming today? Oh, you talked about yesterday, I think it was, when I read it. We're back on ads. Yeah, I was just about to jump on. We had plans today, but the place still has no power. Yeah. But you guys, if you're not already, he's playing the new Indiana Jones game right now. And I haven't seen it yet. I have the game because it's on Game Pass. And I actually downloaded it because I wanted to play it too. Because I heard that it's a lot like the Uncharted games, which I absolutely adore those games. What am I doing here? So be sure to give him a follow. If you're not already. He's a much better streamer than I am. You guys might actually have a good time over there. Who knows? I guess I need to add a timer for the Giant software. I guess that's the only thing I haven't done yet. So it says this driver that's installing was released on December 10th. So I've been going with an outdated driver for a little bit. That was my computer. All right. Looks like it got done. Not gonna play it anymore, at least on stream. It's very cutscene heavy and I talk too damn much. And what do you mean? A better streamer. Take that. Come on, man. We know the score here. We know the score here. Let's put it this way, okay? Maybe that wasn't the proper way to say it, but Outlaw is one of my favorite people to watch. He's very entertaining. He's very interactive with chat and the community. If you say something in there, there's a very good chance that he's going to see it and he's going to respond. He's going to be very active. So be prepared to actually talk to him. That would be kind of weird, right? All right. Actually busy at work today. Huh. That's different. All right, let's see if this works now. Yay. Not working. I'm already projecting, so I don't know why it's not actually doing the projection. Let me shut down OBS because I don't want to run multiple projections and it tear everything down. Okay, there we go. What to take off though. The winds are kicking up again. I want to try before I gotta cut out. Love you, brother. Too kind to me. Yeah, you're a rock star, man. Just period. I'm hoping that you see so much positive and success this year because you definitely deserve it, my friend. But be safe, dude. Stay away from those fires. And you know, yeah. Let me know if you need anything that I can do. I mean, I know I'm all the way over here in Texas, but all right, we're gonna get this game started again. Well, update Discord as things progress. Been watching Bootsy play Derail Valley, and I have some credit on my Steam account. I may be picking that up soon. All right. I'm gonna actually switch to this scene, and then I'm gonna cut the lights back down a little bit to that. That dials up. It's not down. We're doing the line. I guess we're doing the lines now. This was the line we were following. This side. Okay. Yeah, I think today we're probably gonna go till, I don't know, maybe 4-ish. That's some stuff I gotta do. What's this little line right here? It's gonna bother me. Almost like I'm too OCD to be a real farmer. This is on. Yeah. I'm 50% done with this field now. Hey, Diana the dog groomer. Thanks for that lurk. Appreciate you. I dropped the thing. Did I not drop the thing? Why is it not working? Oh, it did the thing where it changed. I'm just over here doing lines. Oh, that's not the right line. Don't do that to me. There we go. You just chilling, doing some farming. We're really just plowing right now, but it's part of the process. Yeah, how much we're making for this job, but it's like we made more money on simpler jobs. Give me just a second, guys. I will be right back. I'm gonna go on this here. All right, we back. Sorry about that. Make sure my kid took her medication. All right, we were on that one. No, wrong line. Dang it, I didn't know I was going to do that. What's up, Carms? How you doing, man? Watching Carms stream a little bit yesterday. Playing some truck sim. We give him a follow. I'm good. Yes. We give that man a follow. Check him out. He was messing with some modded stuff yesterday. It's pretty cool. Just plowing this field, man. Super exciting. Slam, how you doing? Morning. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, man. How you doing? Other gentlemen y'all should be following. Using my RSL waiting on Dixie. I'm pretty close to done with this field. Yeah, down to 95%. Today, and I'm not running back and forth all day. That makes sense. Oh, you know. Raise your ass off then. I went and got my daughter yesterday. She works down in basically uptown. And she lives in Firewheel, Garland. Why did this thing like not go straight? I don't understand why it just decided not to go straight. Run. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Nope, that either. Wanted to stay Wednesday through today, and I was like 10 times pay for Wednesday morning through this afternoon. 10 times? Yeah, I doubt they did that, but. Daughter works at a pretty high-end animal clinic down at Highland Park. Why did it not get that little... Oh, we're done. We're done. Let's fold this thing. I said I don't care if we don't do that little bit. I wasn't going to pay them, but told them they had to stay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. But some of these places try on people, man. It's just disgusting. And clicked on that one. We do some weeding jobs, a little field. That's too far of a drive for that little bit of money. I didn't pay that much either. Is there any other plowing jobs? Some mowing jobs. A baling job. I don't have a baler. Make them stay so they would be here for the next shift. Yeah, it's not really like this is. I mean, that's like slavery practically. I mean, they could ask you to, but they can't make you do it. You're crossing some very. This is down on 91. You can get a hay baler. Just borrow the items. Pretty big field too. Square bells. That's square bells. Like with my daughter, they offered to let her stay at, like, they have a little intern dorm there. It's vacant right now. But her problem was she didn't have like her meds and stuff with her. Or changing clothes or anything, so that wasn't really going to work. Marvin Heemeyer? I think I'm familiar with that, I guess. Whatever it is, doesn't sound good. Killdozer? Top off fuel here. I didn't move here until 2004. I moved here. I moved down to DFW in November 2004. That must have been like before I was here, obviously. Pushed a guy around till he lost it, armor plated a dozer and went on a rampage. I vaguely remember that. I was going through so much crap in those days. I wasn't even paying much attention to the news. To be honest with you, I moved down here because I was pretty much homeless at the time. I just went through the divorce. This is clear down there. I can take that road there. What's up, Dark Antro? How you doing, man? Doing pretty good. The New Year is treating you well. Where is this other road at? You back on farm sim? Yeah, you do. There are a lot of people complaining about 25 though, but I haven't really ran into any problems with it, other than the controller thing. Where my wheel and my controller won't work at the same time. I'm done with OBS. Why? OBS works fine. Would you break, Carms? Would you break? Alright, here's the field we gotta bail. We're done. Lower pickup this V. You just don't like it? Yeah, every time. I figure out my audio issue now. Audio issues can be pretty tough. No matter what you're using for your broadcast software. I used slobs for like my first 6 months to a year of streaming, and then I switched to OBS using Stream Elements Live. And honestly, I'm been able to do everything I want to with it, not really have any issues. So we're actually going on close to close to about 5 years using OBS. Works, but instead of the sound playing, it blasts audio super loud from whatever I'm playing in it right now. That's weird. Ah, why would you stop? You know, audio driver thing, never had an issue till 11. My streaming rig is on 10. And it both doesn't have, it has TPM, a TPM slot, but it doesn't have TPM device. And also the CPU is not a compatibility list for 11. So I make some decisions on upgrades of the streaming rig. But the gaming rig is on 11. It sounds like it's got to be like an audio driver or something. Do you use like voice meter or anything? No. I pretty much have to use voice meter potato with all the different audio stuff I got going on here. I have all the audio from both the streaming rig and the gaming rig, as well as anything that's HDMI'd into my monitor, basically consoles, outputting my mixer, and then my mixer comes back into my streaming rig on a different sound card. That's what OBS picks up. And then it segregates the audio pipelines for Spotify and the local browser to a non-VOD channel in OBS. And then the game audio specifically goes out to another channel in OBS that is on the VOD recording track. And then obviously for copyright music, be able to play copyright music and still upload my VODs to YouTube without getting copyright strikes. There's multiple sound cards on the streaming rig. I was looking at making another potential output from the gaming rig to the streaming rig audio-wise to segregate the CB traffic on Truckers MP to go to the non-VOD track. Did you get Dixie set up yesterday? Gotta go on the way home and get her a powered USB hub. Yeah, whenever we move out of this house, which should be like this year, if everything works out, it's I'm not looking forward to tearing down my setup and setting it up somewhere else. Well, when I built this desk, I didn't have any problem getting things set back up, but it's still daunting. Another desk will be moved by August at no point. Yeah. I had to get a really strong industrial grade desk to be able to hold all these monitor arms and everything, like properly. It's got hardwood tops on it and then just completely steel frame. Rustic style. Yeah, I didn't even really care how it looked. I just wanted it to be strong. Have to be a massive desk in a shape so I can set all my radio gear up with the gaming stuff. I don't know if you've seen my setup here. I'm sure you probably have. Is this? No, wrong cam. This one. I guess it's L-shaped and it goes all the way back to the wall with a green screen. I don't know where this cam is pointing right now. Got this stack of PCs on the baker's rack there. A room for a massive craft table in my office in addition to my desk when we move. Maybe something like that so I can have gaming stuff and all my ham and CB gear set up with a work area for electric between. Yeah, I used to have space back when I did the PC repair stuff, back when it was more lucrative than it is now. I used to have some space here to do work on stuff, but I don't really have anything now. That place for my docking station for my work PC. And my PT guys will bring it to you and say fix it. I haven't been in that game in a while. I don't even know what the tools they use these days. Anymore, I'm just like, just replace it. Not worth the time. I mean, I obviously built these PCs, and I built my daughter and wife's PCs, but pretty much better off taking it to the Walmart and PC repair these days, which is Geek Squad. There. I used to basically spend most of my days undoing stuff that they did on people's stuff. It's ridiculous. Like you should touch an animal with a rubber mallet. Yeah. I love building them. Not much, I used to enjoy fixing them, but they're a lot easier to fix back in the day than they are now. Of course, everybody wants badass gaming PCs. There's no, like, you don't really see many people with just, basic PCs anymore. Part of my problem was I was too cheap. I wasn't really making any money at it. I got to the point where I just wasn't, I mean, I still have some customers, some small business customers, but I haven't really done anything for them in a while. Yeah, ad starting in about a minute. You know, says he's a musician, he uses PC stuff for fun. I mean, it has basically 2 gigs that don't pay for shit. I got tired. I guess I got tired of people like messing up their own shit and getting pissed when I charge them for it. Really got sick of dealing with people, honestly. What I do now is much more lucrative, but also much more pain in the, you know what, most of the time. But I'm not looking back forward to working on Monday. It's gonna be nutty. Should be done with this field here in a little bit. Oh, he makes his money on part markup. He sells his parts for half what I could. I had pricing. I had pricing for, you know, stuff. And anything outside of that was, it was like 150 an hour, but that was back in, I don't know, 15 years ago. And most of my customers were small business. When I would do individuals, it was always just a pain. He's just about wrapping this one up. There you go. It's done. Select on that contract. 10 grand. What's up, Doug? How you doing, man? Can't change the size of overlay in OBS. See the laptop hard drive that had been dropped. Recovered a ton of pics of my oldest. Good, nice to see you again as well, dude. Hope the new year is treating you well. I didn't mean to do whatever I just did. Two for $4 hot dogs. This one area. Walter. Farmhouse.
Well, hello there. There are a few
Stone picking.
A couple of people in town can help you, kiddo. We have experts on agriculture, animal.
Yeah, a few. All right, man. Let me get a refill and use the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. All right, welcome back, everyone. Trying to decide what to do because I'm kind of sick of Farm Sim right now. There's a few other things I want to do in the game that I have to figure out how to do. I think we're gonna swap over to Satisfactory. All right. Mm. We're on the dedicated server. Well, we're gonna be on the dedicated server here in a second. One thing I definitely need to do is I definitely need to expand my power grid. There's not a whole lot of space between what we're consuming and what we're using. I want to build a computer factory. So we have over here, we have some oil stuff going on. Refineries aren't really doing anything yet. This is fall. Yeah, AJ was out yesterday with he has a knee or hamstring thing. It's late in the season, everybody's banged up, so all right, we want to make fuel and then turbo fuel. So if we make fuel, we need to make some plastics. Polymer fabric would be really cool. Oh, what's going on today? What are you up to? TT Sprinkles? Go here. Yeah, I was on mute. I didn't realize I was on mute. I was gonna ask you if you know what the deal was with your team resting their starters this week. Or they're not playing their starters. I don't know why. So these are gonna create this off that byproduct that we're using to make plastic. Power. I'm doing pretty good though. Hopefully you're doing well as well. We're just playing some of this Satisfactory game, building a little factory situation. I don't know why a lot of things with my boys. It was a joke, alright? It was a joke. Making fun of y'all not being in the playoffs. It happens to the best of us. So these are going to be creating empty canisters. The paste. So you wanted to show you. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you're playing like pool or something last time I was in your stream. So here are the canisters. So here's the trick. We got to create something now to make this residual fuel we're making. Gotta switch it up right now. So these all are waiting on oil also. If I create fuel over here, what's the byproduct? Is it the resin? The resin to do straight up fuel. Is there anything we could create out of the resin in the refineries? Plastic. Well, we also need water to do that. Just given our location is very possible. I need to build some more. Good old Randy Travis. Cut this tree down if we can. I don't have any fuel for this thing. Why? Huh. Okay. Unless we're doing that. Yeah, I started out playing Farm Sim today. I had some pretty chill time with that, but wanted to get into playing something else. A few different things I wanted to play, but this was the one that won, I guess. Using the hypertube here to travel between our little facilities. If you're not familiar with this game, basically we are on an alien planet and we are exploiting this planet for its resources to help some unknown thing going on Earth that requires the resources from this planet. Back to the store because we got another snowstorm coming. Where in the world are you, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I was just curious. I think we're here in Texas, here in Dallas area. I think we're done with snow for now. Everything that's on the ground's on the ground. West Virginia, right on. I was in Pennsylvania, which I know isn't like, but I was in eastern Pennsylvania, in Philly, in particular. That's what probably really kicks you, right? Is that I'm a Eagles fan, but I live in the Dallas area. I didn't always live here, so. I have a friend that's from West Virginia that lives in Pittsburgh area. He's like a Pittsburgh everything fan. But yeah, thanks for stopping in though. I appreciate seeing you. Years out of my life. Moved here almost 2 years ago. Nice. I never actually lived on the East Coast anywhere. I've always been West Coast in Texas. I was like born in Idaho, grew up in Southern California, moved to Oklahoma, Arkansas, moved to Texas as an adult. These were all when I was a kid. Yeah, I've pretty much been here for 20 years now. This year. With the different want to change the scenery. There's nothing wrong with that though. Some people, I mean, some people just can't do that. We're actually about to move out of this area within this next year. But still in Texas. We're just going to move away from the city really. Get some property and some land. I mean, I'm not a fan of here, but it's not because of Dallas, it's just the city. It's cheap here. Yeah. Yeah, where I'm moving, we could get a lot more property for our money than where we're at. Like we're renting our house we're living right now, and if we had to buy this house now, we actually kind of priced out of our neighborhood, which is kind of crazy because there's not even much to this house. It's tiny. Taxes are cheap. Yeah, we don't have taxes on. We don't have income tax here. We don't have tax on groceries, like raw ingredients type stuff. So that's nice. I needed fuel for the chainsaw. So I came back here. Be in one of these crates. Yeah. Grab one of these stacks. I had. I moved to Texas from Oklahoma after my divorce. Basically, lost my job, wrecked my car. Was couch surfing for a while, and there wasn't much of a taxes and everything were cheap up there, but there wasn't much of a job market for me. Ended up turning things around down in Dallas. Yeah, now it's literally been just a little over 20 years now since that. Times are way different. Yeah, I was mentioning that to somebody earlier. I think it was Slam that mentioned something from 2004. I was like, man, I wasn't even watching the news back then. I was basically homeless. Still trying to find my way. You just have to keep at it, you know what I'm saying? You'll get there. All right, so it's crazy because my oldest daughter turns 25 in a couple of months, and I don't know. It's just crazy how time goes by. Need some time. Yeah, just don't stop looking. Some people stop looking. Some people stop trying. Yeah, I think they missed their shot. It can get frustrating. Okay, so we have. All right. Let me make sure we don't need anything else before we go all the way back. Sun's almost 19. I got my oldest turns 25. My middle daughter is 23. Those are both from my ex-wife. Then I have my youngest just turned 10 3 days ago. 22. Yeah, she turns 23 this year. Later this year, though. Like, way later this year. My math was on straight up doing the year, not necessarily the months, I guess. So, the oldest lives here in the Dallas area. Pretty close to us. Like 30-minute drive, and then the middle daughter lives up in Oklahoma. We see them actually. We actually see them quite a bit. And obviously, the youngest lives with us. The youngest one's the hardest one to get rid of usually. But it's like, I think too, it's like, because I'm kind of dealing with this myself, right? I think also the youngest ends up being the one you don't want to leave, because that's like it, right? They're the baby, exactly. And I can very much see that happening here because, you know, I was the oldest of 3 brothers. I have 3 full brothers, and then I had a step brother and then a half brother. And, you know, my youngest brother you know, he has a job, he works from home, he makes decent money. He's got a child support situation himself that he's about to be out of. But I'm honestly, if he moves out of my mom's house, I'm like kind of worried about my mom being there by herself. But I'm like, nobody wants him to move out. Which kind of sucks for him because, you know, he's moved out before and come back. You know, my stepdad was unfortunately killed on the job, what, like 10 years ago now? And so she's like, she'll be there by herself. We spend quite a bit of time with her already too. And she doesn't live very far from us. He just turned 40. He turned 40 this month. Yeah, if anything, just like, I don't know. I worry about her being there by herself for, you know, not only that, but like, you know, just have somebody there for, I don't really know how to put it, like for security, like safety and security. Okay, so these come together here. Maybe I'm doing something different with this before this is important. I'm gonna take this out, this out, this out. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. My mom is, I think she's like 63. Something. Around there. I mean, she doesn't live too far from us either. Yeah. Well, and she just got out of a pretty rough relationship with a guy who turned out to be a pretty bad alcoholic. I'm gonna snooze this ad. I thought I snoozed it. I just minimized the snooze thing. So we actually end up doing quite a bit of stuff with her. It doesn't line up. So it's like, yeah, you just. I worry about her a lot, actually. Okay, so we need to combine these two pipelines. They need to both go into here. What are you doing? Sometimes this game just bugs out weird. Like this is, what is this? Why is it stuck like that? Yeah, for sure. I know when my stepdad was killed. That was pretty horrific for our family. 'Cause he was only 44 when that happened. I just got kicked from my server for some reason. The hell, G portal. Okay. Well, we're gonna go over here while I figure out what's going on with the dedicated server. Flashbang warning. I should probably just turn the I'll just gradually get this up. I'm driving back and forth to Jersey. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the server. Did it just restart itself? It's not. Yeah, he was a lineman for, he'd done electrical line work. He actually worked for Verizon. He was restoring an internet line, and the electricity was supposed to be off there, and it was a like 40,000 volt line or something, like a crazy line going through there. It turns out it wasn't off, and unfortunately, he succumbed to it. He took that kind of voltage, and he lasted in the hospital for a week. He was pretty tough son of a gun. And that happened like right around my birthday. So like my birthday is like pretty well tarnished at this point. He got a bunch of money for it, and she's, she gets workman's comp for him for the rest of her life as long as she doesn't remarry. But still, yeah, it was supposed to be turned off. They said the electric company said it was turned off, and apparently there's a miscommunication. And okay, so everything we did here, everything I just did was lost because the server like conked out for some reason. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, it was pretty messed up. I mean, he had been doing that job, pretty much all his life. And he was extremely experienced in it. They were trying to make out, the company, they were all trying to make out like they were first trying to insinuate that it was a suicide attempt and all this other stuff. I'm like, no. But yeah, he's just way too young, man. Wish he would have been. Yeah, no, it was pretty messed up. And they ended up it ended up in court and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he showed up to do his job. There's still like, I don't know, there's still some uneasiness about it because like his coworker that was there with him like kind of disappeared during when this was all going on. And I don't know. It was just weird, man. There was some speculation that he messed something up, and then the company like threatened him or something if he said something, and yeah, it was all kind of messed up. My stepdad, man, he was into heavy metal music. He was a huge Ozzy fan. And he was really into motorcycles, tattoos. He loved his grandchildren. My youngest daughter never got to meet him because he was gone. And that's my wife. We got an ad break, so I'm sure Sprinkles got caught in that. Hold off for a little bit. Yeah, some people are like, think that's my mom because it's Mama Goof, but no, it's my wife. I just have to point that out. That somebody made that mistake the other day, I think. I can't remember who it was. I try to make sure I clear that up before any confusion, especially when I'm having a conversation about my mother. So yeah, he was buried like in Arlington, about 20 feet from where Dimebag Daryl and now where Vinnie Paul from Pantera were buried. So they always have, so he's close to the music that he loved. And then they always had the Ride for Dime stuff go through there. So there's always motorcycles. So he's always around bikes. The girl that was the reason that Amber Alert got started was buried in that same cemetery. Because he had a huge love for children. Which is kind of where I was getting at. It's such a shame that he never got to meet, my youngest daughter, because they would have been so tight. It would have been crazy. And so we got oil flowing here. I don't even know how we got on this topic, but yeah. Alright, so this looks a lot cleaner than it did with that weird ass, just thing going up. Forgot that I could have just dropped this down and did this underneath also. Would have been a lot cleaner looking. Are these full now? Yeah, these are full. These are full because the fuel output. We don't have any of this fuel that we're producing outputting this shit. Your mom and your brother take care of her because he's gone. Yeah. So then she got with a guy. And he was, I don't think anybody really liked him that much. We just kind of accepted him because she did. And just trying to be supportive, And things were, I guess, okay for a while. And turns out that he is a really abusive alcoholic. And the whole thing really fell apart. But fortunately, she didn't do anything that jeopardized the money she was getting from my stepdad. That's one thing too that me and my stepdad never really got along when I was a kid. We had fist fights, man. It was crazy. And it was part of the reason I moved around so much is because I had to move with my grandmother for a long time. And I don't even know where I was going with this. I honestly don't even remember where I was going with that. I know I was going somewhere with it, but my train of thought just died. Like later on, I mean, when I became an adult, and he always had my back, man. When I was going through school and trying to, once I moved down here with him and my mom. Radiation. Where's the radiation at? Oh, that guy's the radiation. I don't have a radioactive suit yet. Yeah, he ended up, he cost her so much fucking money though. I'm still so mad. Because she had bought a house. They had bought a house together. And she paid for it. He didn't pay for shit. He was freeloading so much on her. And the interest rate shit happened. Like, she had to refinance the house to get his name off of it. And, you know, she went from like a 3% interest rate or whatever, 2% or whatever it was on her house to, you know, like an 8%. I mean, it was so fucking, I'm so annoyed. And then he would just act like, you know, she owed him that or something. It was just so stupid. That's the problem with streaming this game, is because I like lose track of what I'm doing in the game and in my conversations all at the same time. Because this game requires so much thought and focus. Yeah, then don't even get me started on his kids. My mom went out of her way to make them, you know, because he was a widower and their mom passed away when, you know, they were younger, and he really babied them to really an unhealthy point. And so it's just not good. It's just not good at all. We need 12 P's modular frames. What's up, dude? And so she still works with the son because she got him a job at her job. And so he still works there to this day, even though, and she says that he's generally a nice guy, but he's kind of, I don't know, he's still very immature. The drunk well became one while we were together, and he fucked me up. I left him 17 years ago. Yeah, it sucks. Sorry to hear that. My dad's still alive. He lives in North Dakota. We actually see him quite a bit because he's a truck driver. But sometimes I'm like, man, my parents were just toxic for each other, and that's why they ended up getting divorced. You know, it's so weird, man, because like he'll come through Dallas, you know, have like dinner with me and my brothers, and he'll invite my mom. My mom will be there. And it's like, I don't know, it's so weird. And it's not weird because it's them. It's weird because in the same situation, I could never in a million years see myself doing that with my ex-wife. I mean, he remarried, but he's also re-divorced. So it's like, I don't even know. It's just so weird. I don't even know how to describe the whole thing. It's like it's both disturbing and pleasing at the same time. I don't know how else to say it than that. And they've always kind of been that way. You know, ever since they were no longer like financially involved with each other, I guess. If that makes sense. Alright, so I need quartz right now. are together more for my dad puts my mom like on the pedestal. Like loves my mom so much, but he's just toxic for her. Yeah, it's unfortunate too. I think that's kind of my parents too. Is like in a relationship because my mom likes to argue. I don't care what she says. She's like she just likes to argue and fight. I mean, that's like her thing. She can deny it all she wants to, but I mean, and that gets so like escalated when she's in a relationship. What the heck is that? In here. It's just a rock. Nothing special about it. Oh, dude. Look at that guy. Look how cool he like. We have all the monsters in this set to passive because I just want to build stuff. Otherwise, this guy would be attacking me right now. And shooting fireballs at me. I would like to know why my server just completed a little while ago. Annoying. Oh, man. What was it? It's from about 3:30. Thanks for hanging out in here and chatting with me. I appreciate it. That's the bad part. Like I said, that's the bad part about this particular game because I just left out there. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And likewise, take care of yourself. Don't be a stranger, eh? We're probably going to raid out here, actually, because I'm getting a little tired. So, we're going to raid over to my buddy Outlaw. You guys saw him in here earlier. I love that guy. He's such a good dude. Yo, Jimmy, good seeing you, brother. I was watching, you were playing Tarkov or something. I want to get into Tarkov so bad. I'm just so intimidated by it. We had this conversation, though. Linux, thanks for hanging out, dude. I appreciate you guys. We're going to raid over to Outlaw. I don't know what he's streaming, but knowing him, it's going to be something good. And he's a good dude, man. Just give him a follow. Check out his content. Chat with him. He's really active with his chat. So, Brian, good seeing you too as well. Hope you're doing well, man. But we're going to raid over there. You guys have a safe, good weekend. I should be back on Monday night unless I decide to watch the football game. I don't know yet. I love the playoffs. And that's going to be interesting because that's the game that was moved from LA. So we'll see. But we'll go through the credits here. Thank you, moderators, for always helping out the channel and chatters for chatting things up. Saw Outlaw was in here a little bit ago. Invalid username, whatever. And I like to give him a shout out. Just it should show his current category. So he's playing Cat Quest. I love that game. I haven't played it yet, but I have it. Guys, give him a follow. Hit him with some emotes. Show him some love. So he's a wonderful guy. Honestly, he's had some medical issues, and he's been through so much stuff for just being such a chill dude and easy to talk to. So go show him some love, you guys. I should be back Monday or Tuesday or something. I don't know. We'll see. If I don't pop in with a surprise this weekend, I don't think I'll have time. I might have time. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not even sure what's on the agenda this weekend. But you guys take care. Love y'all. Go show my buddy some love if you don't mind. And I will talk to y'all later.